Hi all, this is Rashmi Elias from freshersworld.com. In today's video, we will be solving some problems based on counting of figures. In most of the competitive exams, you will be getting questions based on this topic. So let's see some shortcuts to solve the same. This video is sponsored by Unacademy, and after a small video, we will start our classes.
2021 is here, guys. So let's make a fresh start with Unacademy structured programming courses. Whether you are a beginner or an intermediate level programmer, Unacademy has resources for everyone. Here, the biggest learning platform in Academy and CodeChef, which is best at practicing problems, have come together to help you learn and become better at problem solving and programming skills. You all know how important it is to track your preparation and skill levels, isn't it? So evaluate your progress with Unacademy's mock test and detailed results analysis. Unacademy's courses provide the right kind of guidance and structured learning for every level of programmers, whether you are just starting your coding journey as a beginner or if you are an intermediate or advanced level programmers. You will get access to the best educators who themselves have been high performing competitive coders and have been or still a part of the best companies in the world. Here we have a batch which can help you increase your chances of getting placed in chartered companies, crack international coding competitions, and drastically improve your problem solving skills. Most importantly, this is a structured way of learning and upskilling which will help you save a lot of time and give you that edge needed to stand out in the crowd. So do not wait. Check for the link in the description below. Get enrolled and happy coding.
Let's get started. So here one figure is given. Here we are asked to find out the number of squares. So we know that in this figure there are 2 rows and 2 columns. So whenever the number of rows and columns are equal, to find the total number of squares, what you have to do is just take the square of these numbers and add those values. That is 1 square plus 2 square. So you will get the answer as 1 plus 4, that is equal to 5. Next question. So in this figure, we can see that there are 4 rows and 4 columns. Since the number of rows and columns are equal, to find the total number of squares, you just need to add the square of all these numbers. That is 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus 4 square. So you will get it as 1 plus 4 plus 9 plus 16. 1 plus 4 is 5, 5 plus 9 is 14, 14 plus 16 is 30. So you will get the total number of squares as 30. So this is the case when the number of rows is equal to number of columns. Now let's see another question. In this question also we are asked to find out the total number of squares. So we can see that there are 3 rows and 4 columns. Since the number of rows and columns are not equal, we cannot use the same shortcut which we used for the previous question. So what we have to do is just write the number of rows and columns as such. That is 3 by 4. Then next step is to subtract 1 from the number of rows and columns. So you will get it as 3 minus 1 as 2 and 4 minus 1 as 3. Repeat this until either of the rows or columns becomes 1. So again subtract 1 from this. So 2 minus 1, you will get it as 1. 3 minus 1, you will get it as 2. We got 1 here. So we can stop this. Now what you have to do is just multiply these values. That is 3 into 4 is 12, 2 into 3 is 6, 1 into 2 is 2, and add all these. That is 12 plus 6 is 18, 18 plus 2 is 20. So the total number of squares is 20. Now let's see one more question. So in this figure there are 3 rows and 5 columns. Here also we are asked to find out the number of squares. Here the number of rows and columns are not equal. So you have to follow the second method. Write the rows and columns as such. That is 3 by 5. Then subtract 1 from this. That is 3 minus 1 is 2. 5 minus 1 is 4. So you will get it as 2 by 4. Then again subtract 1 from this. 2 minus 1 you will get it as 1 and 4 minus 1, you will get it as 3. So we can stop this here as one of the number obtained is 1. Next step is to multiply these values. That is 3 into 5 is 15, 2 into 4 is 8, 1 into 3 is 3. Then add all these values. So 15 plus 8 is 23, 23 plus 3 is 26. So the total number of squares is 26. Now let's solve this question. So in this question you are asked to find out the total number of squares. So you have learned the shortcut to solve for the number of squares of the base figures. That is if the number of rows and columns are equal, and second case is if the rows and columns are not equal. So using that you have to solve this question. So here you are able to see 3 squares, right? With the number of rows equal to number of columns. So you have to find the total number of squares in each of these squares. So in the innermost square there are 2 rows and 2 columns. We know that if the number of rows and columns are equal, how to find the total number of squares? Just square those values. So 1 square plus 2 square, that is 1 plus 4, you will get as 5. Now you have to find the total number of squares in the square which is outer to it. Here also there are 2 rows and 2 columns. So the total number of squares formed is 1 square plus 2 square, again 5. Then you have to find the total number of squares in the outermost square. Here also there are 2 rows and 2 columns. So the total number of squares formed is 5. Now to find the total number of squares in the given figure, what you have to do? Just add all these. So 5 plus 5 plus 5, that is you will get the answer as 15. Hope you understood how to solve this question. So stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.